All right, let's get started. I want you to forget everything you think you know about a philosophical debate, because tonight we are not stepping into a stuffy lecture hall. Oh no, we are taking our front row seats for a cosmic drama, a really grim, gothic play about the very meaning of life itself. Welcome to the Carnival of Skulls. And right out of the gate, one of our main characters sets the stage for us perfectly. We're in a surreal playhouse, a place where the universe itself is putting existence on trial. You can almost feel it, right? The curtain is rising on a battle for the very soul of reality. So, like any good play, our story unfolds in 3 acts. In Act 1, we're going to meet our players and get the lay of the land. But this isn't a stage made of wood and velvet curtains. No, this is a universe built from cosmic ruins. And our actors, they're not just people, they're titans of pure thought. Just try to picture this place for a second. A theater floating in the absolute nothingness of space, where the stars are like cold, uncaring spotlights. This entire space is designed to just break down our cozy assumptions about the world. It's a stage where, as it says, traditional logic goes to die. And this is the home turf of our first combatant. So, on one side of the stage, we have Sinos, the pale cynic. He's basically the voice of the end, the guy who champions stillness and the idea that ultimately nothing matters. And on the other side, we have Pan. But this isn't the gentle, flute-playing Pan from the myths. This Pan is a raw, chaotic force of nature who says yes to life in all its brutal, terrifying glory. And his weapon? It isn't logic, it's laughter. And now for Act 2. The players are in place, the stage is set, and the great argument begins. This is really the heart of the drama, a head-on collision between the cold, clean logic of nothingness and the wild, untamable energy of life itself. Sinas delivers his opening line, and wow, it is chilling. He argues that our very existence is just a mistake, a fundamental error. All our struggles, all our hopes, our loves, he's saying they're nothing more than words written in disappearing ink on a contract that was worthless from the very start. So his argument digs deeper. He insists that everything we think gives our life meaning is just an illusion. The universe is a tasteless broth, and our search for purpose, that's just a mask we wear to hide from the deep, hollow fear that the only real destination is nothing. It's a powerful and honestly kind of seductive brand of nihilism. And this is the question, isn't it? It just hangs there in the cold air of our celestial theater. When you're faced with such a cold, compelling, and seemingly airtight argument for meaninglessness, what can you possibly say back? How do you even begin to fight that? And this is where Pan makes his move. He doesn't offer a counter-argument. He doesn't debate the finer points of logic. He just laughs. A loud, mocking, shattering laugh that completely refuses to give the void the dignity of a serious debate. It's like a force of nature rebelling against a sterile, dead idea. Now, Pan's laughter is fueled by this incredible concept, something the philosopher Nietzsche called the will to power. The idea here is that life doesn't need some external purpose to be meaningful. Its meaning is found in the struggle itself, in the very act of growing, fighting, and becoming. It's this relentless, chaotic, self-justifying energy. You can almost see it, can't you? Sino's argument is this perfectly built cage. It's gilded, it's beautiful in its logical precision, and it's designed to trap all of reality inside and prove that there's no escape from the conclusion of meaninglessness. But Pan doesn't even try to pick the lock. He responds with his own symbol, the jagged blade. And this thing is not a tool for careful, logical dissection. It's a weapon. It's raw, life-affirming power, and it's designed to cut right through the illusion and shatter the bars of that gilded cage. This quote right here captures Pan's entire philosophy in a nutshell. For him, truth isn't found in some neat, tidy, logical system. No, it's found in that explosive moment when those systems break. That sound of shattering cages, shattering logic, shattering expectations, that is the sound of life itself. And that brings us to our final act, where we see how this whole conflict resolves. A little spoiler for you, it doesn't end in a quiet agreement or a logical proof. The resolution isn't found in stillness. It's found in this powerful, forward-moving motion, the spirit of becoming. So here it is, Pan's final, profound lesson. See, Sinos looks at pain and suffering and sees them as proof that life is flawed and meaningless. But Pan sees it completely differently. For him, terror and pain aren't mistakes. They are the bitter fertilizer that all strength, creativity, and growth springs from. You just can't have the flower without the muck. This is basically Pan's closing monologue, and it feels like a set of instructions. He's telling us to take that heavy, dull lead of Sinus's nihilism, and then, using the fire of our imagination, transform it into something else. He says we have to abandon the comforting illusions that tell us everything's going to be okay, and instead learn to perform a grave dance, to move with joy and power right in the middle of a world where all the old meanings are in ruins. So in the end, what's he really saying? I think it's that true freedom, true sovereignty. It doesn't come from finding some final, stable meaning for everything. It comes from embracing the chaos, from recognizing the absurdity of the whole cosmic situation, and then having the guts to create and to dance anyway. And with that, the curtain falls. We're left with just the ghost of that mocking laugh echoing in the void. The stage is empty now. It's yours. So the question is no longer for them. It's for you. In the face of it all, when you're the one standing in your own celestial theater, are you going to listen to the cold, compelling logic of the stillness, or are you going to hear the music and choose to dance?